Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you the lesson open window of It So Happen, and this will be left part of explanation of the lesson. My dear students, please pay attention. Meanwhile, Mrs. Spelton entered the room and apologized for coming late. She hoped that the open window not bother Mr. Nuttall. She told him that her husband and brothers would come home straight from shooting. They would enter the house through the open window. They had gone to shoot birds in the marsh, so they would spoil the carpet as their shoes would be muddy. Mrs. Spelton went on talking about the shooting and the shortage of birds. To Frampton Nuttall, it was completely horrible. He tried to turn the talk to a less horrible topic, but he was not fully successful. He knew that Mrs. Spelton was giving him only a part of her attention. Her eyes were directed to the window and the lawn. My dear students, the doctor had advised Nuttall to take complete rest. He should avoid mental excitement. He should also not do any exercise needing great physical strength. Frampton Nuttall wrongly thought that strangers were interested in his illness and weakness. Mrs. Spelton was not much interested in what Nuttall was saying. Suddenly she looked toward the window. Mrs. Spelton said with a cry that they had come at last. They were in time for tea. They looked as if they were covered with mud. Frampton Nuttall trembled with fear. He turned toward the girls to express sympathy, but the girl was looking through the window. There was horror in her eyes. Frampton had also a feeling of strange fear. He swung round in his seat and looked toward the window. It was dusk now. Nuttall saw three figures walking across the lawn towards the window. They were carried guns. One of them had a white coat hung over his shoulder. A brown-colored dog followed them. They came silently near the house. One of them sang, "I say, Bertie, why do you bound?" Frampton Nuttall took his stick and coat. He walked through the hall door, along the pathway, and reached the front gate. Thus he made a hasty retreat. A cyclist had to run into the haze to avoid collision with him. The figure with the raincoat came in through the window. He asked who was the man who had rushed out of the house. Mrs. Spelton told him that he was one Mr. Nuttall. He was an extraordinary man. He could talk only about his illness. He went away without a word of goodbye or apology. It appeared as if he had seen a ghost. My dear students, the girl explained that Nuttall rushed out of the house because he was afraid of the dog. He had told the girl that he was terribly afraid of dogs. Once a group of dogs chased him into a graveyard. He had to spend the night in a newly dug grave. The dogs were growing all around him. Thank you.